Hey guys, I am back. I don't know if some of you guys have heard about this, but thanks. Shout out to all my subscribers who have sent me this message. I've gotten it tons of time. I got at least more than 12 times someone send me this. This is regarding what is going on, some fishy stuff that's going on at the courthouse. And I just heard someone mention that I was on Kevin's live and someone mentioned that Nicole have COVID, and then I saw somebody posting COVID was in Kelly's trial. So I'm just hoping that and I was close to Nicole a couple of times. Lord Jesus. Ooh, I did go down to the courthouse because someone said that we were supposed to be going to the jurors are supposed to be going down to the courthouse. I went down there and the guard said that he hadn't heard anything, and he said he mentioned something about us having to quarantine. I'm like, oh Lord, this is so strange. This is some fishy stuff that's happening in Robert's case right here. This is so weird. This is the weirdest stuff that's happening. But anyway, I want to share with you what Mr. Dennis Byron. I know a lot of you guys have seen it, but because my channel has different people from different places all over the world, I want to share it on here. So shout out to Dennis Byron. He is with Hip Hop Inquirer, and he is the one that broke this story earlier, and he did say for us to be able to share it. And I know half of you guys already seen it, have it, but I just need to share it on this channel because he did say spread the word. And so I'm saying shout out to him because the world needs to know what's going on. The world needs to know what's going on. Exactly. Definitely, Valerie. We have to stay prayed up. We have to stay positive. And you know what? I say glory to God because let me tell you, all stuff is being revealed. Everything that's being done in the dark is being revealed. Hey, Felicia, I see you finally. Yay! We found you. Yay! Hey, Nakia. Hey, Joy. Jessica, Joy. Hey, I Ride Solo. Hey, everybody in the chat. I saw it. It was sent. Yeah, it's been sent all over the place. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it because a couple of people are way out the country. They have not seen this. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it and figure out what is our next move. We're gonna pray and ask God to continue to reveal it all. With the COVID thing scare, and because now we're supposed to be quarantining ourselves, something like that, if you were in contact with Nicole. So this is weird. This is some weird stuff here. Weird. And Byron talked about what the game that they've been playing with the transcript. But here's a good thing is, guys, we have had the transcript. We have been reading both sides. So I thank God. I thank God for my people in these chats here. You guys have been like pushing. And you see what Peter said? Yeah. And we see what Peter has to say about this. I will. But you see how we were reading the transcript and people didn't believe what we were saying, and we were showing the whole thing. A lot of people have contacted me behind the scene and said that all they've been hearing is the prosecutor side. They did it that way. Oh my God. I'm gonna go ahead and play what Byron for Dennis what has said. So shout out to Dennis for getting the news out, and if anybody could continue to share this, because we probably need to do some sort of action on this. Okay. The jurors are going home, but the jurors are listening to one side. Remember what I said yesterday. What we need to do is start flooding our pages with things on both sides. Remember we said that yesterday. And Byron basically confirmed what I said. I'm calling him Byron. Dennis basically confirming what I said. The juror is going to have opportunity to see these one-sided reporting from the news station, newspapers, and all that. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to share the stuff that we have in these channels because we're going to give them the whole truth. And that's why we got to go back and do do Sonia's interview and talk about it. Talk about some of the stuff that we see, the inconsistency that she's doing. Also, Jane's letter. And also, we're going to have to find stuff on Jane. Like, remember when Jane was on in the street talking about, oh, I love Robert Sylvester Kelly. That's my man. You remember she was doing that? We need to show all of those inconsistency that's been going on, okay? So we got to work tonight. We got to do some work. But first, I'm going to play Dennis Byron's live. It's pretty long. I'm gonna let y'all listen to it. Some of you guys already listened from other bloggers, but I'm gonna do my part. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna share it, and I'm gonna shout him out because he's brave enough to be a journalist with some integrity. You have to have some integrity because a lot of these journalists out here, a lot of these newscasters do not have integrity. They're all doing it for a dollar, and they're trying to railroad this man. And we said it before, and God is going to show it all. Get it? He's going to show it us. We can't be afraid. Can't be fearful of nothing. Okay? You know, people like, no, don't say that. No. We're going to say the names now because obviously they're not playing fair. We're trying to abide by what the judge said. Then they turn around and do something else, right? You get what I'm saying? They do something else. They do some shady stuff. They're putting out stuff because they're trying to do to get our brother. We can't let them do that. Remember, we're here for a purpose. God allowed us to be here for a purpose, and we're gonna do this. Okay, I'm gonna get ready to play Byron's live right now. I keep calling him Byron. I want him to be a Byron instead of a Dennis. I don't know why. Please forgive me if I got your name wrong. Hold on, we're gonna play this. I'm gonna share it right now with you guys, and keep pushing it. Keep pushing it, because exactly, they have an agenda, y'all. They have an agenda. Oh, here we go. I'm going to share it with you guys.
Very important for me to share this information. That's why I didn't do the live on YouTube. I did it on Instagram. This is not monetized. But it is very important that not only you guys listen to my live, but also the attorneys that is representing Robert Sylvester Kelly. They must too look at this and understand why certain things have been done in the trial and why this jury should have been sequestered. And I will preface what I'm saying with the fact I've covered a lot of trials. I've covered civil trials. I've covered Supreme Court, Superior Court trials. I've covered murder trials. I've covered the whole gamut of trials. And I've had the opportunity to sit in not just pretrial motions, but also voir dire questioning of jurors. And other lawyers who will watch this live, and I'm doing a live with an attorney tomorrow, but other lawyers who have practiced criminal law and understand constitutional law will understand what I'm about to share. And someone took a risk yesterday, and I can't say their name because I don't reveal my sources. I would just say someone in the media shared something with me yesterday, and my instinct told me to investigate it. They were in the media room, and I would just say that they were significant in what I'm sharing with you today, and I had to do my own investigation. These are things that are not privy to the public. These are the things that are not privy to the lawyers, or maybe not one side of the team. And you guys will understand it. And I want you to put your thinking caps on, and I want you to understand that everything I tell you now can be investigated. It may likely be investigated. It may likely lead, in the event R. Kelly is convicted of these charges, it may also lead to a possible appeal or a proper redress of these things at a later time. So I also consulted with my attorney. We spoke about it in detail, and I shared it with them. I shared it with her, and she too thought it's a problem. She's not on the case. But as journalists, we also have to have people who are able to potentially litigate an issue as it relates to the First Amendment, as it relates to covering trials, as it relates to filing motions for certain evidence that is presented in an open court. So let's get into it. A couple of weeks ago, pretty much almost at the start of the trial, I made the decision to cover this particular trial. I've covered various hearings in different jurisdictions involving R. Kelly, and I've traveled to different different jurisdictions and actually appeared at his bond hearing when he was released from detention in Chicago, as well as interviewed a numerous amount of people that are connected to this case. I also interviewed some off the record. I spoke to some directly on the record that could have provided testimony that would have perhaps changed the direction of this case. But that's secondary to what I'm about to share. Yesterday, one of the reporters, and I commend her for sharing this. She didn't have to do it because I think that, she's a young reporter, and I believe she sincerely believed that this case may have gotten fair and equitable coverage by all the media that was credentialed by the government to cover this. And now, let me explain why I say credentialed. Here, this is a media pass. This is a press credential with a seal, the government seal on it, that you have to apply for to get access into the court, in the federal court. One of the questions that was asked in the application process is, have you covered other high-profile cases, or have you been credentialed by a government agency before? So I had a White House credential. So I didn't see why that was so significant. If you cover court cases at the state level, criminal cases, you should be able to have access to any courtroom based on your constitutional right of freedom of press. But I filled the application out anyway. Presented my ID, provided links to other articles I've reported on, and it was approved. So I thought it stopped there, but I also had to get access to other team members so they could also be there when I'm not able to be there. I did that. First of all, I want to make sure everyone can hear me. If you can hear me, please give me a 1, because I'm saying things. I want to make sure it's not missed by anyone on this live. So please hit the 1 and let me know you can hear me. I'll wait. Okay, I got 2 1s, so that means if I got that many, that's a good situation. Okay, so here we go. I don't know after I tell you guys this, will I be able to continue reporting on this case from at least inside. The case is to the jury right now. But when the verdict comes back, we are going back into the courtroom to wait for, if there are questions being read by the jury, questions or notes being sent to the judge from the jury, they're going to be read in open court. So I don't know how the court is going to feel after this, but guess what? I'm a journalist, not just for the court. I'm not a journalist for the court. I'm a journalist for the people. So I really don't give a damn. I still have people inside. So if you decide not to allow me back in that courthouse, there are other people in there that will make sure I get the, whatever I need to get. I'm still here in New York. So here's what's happening. The prosecution, and you must remember this, the prosecution gave a very lengthy closing argument, almost 6.5 hours. Then they gave a rebuttal there was almost 3 hours. Well, they stopped part of the rebuttal. Like if you'll recall, it was probably about maybe an hour. I'll get the exact time, but there was a lot that happened on Thursday, and most of the reporters, they filed their story, they wrote their articles based on what they heard from the overflow room by taking notes. At least that's what I thought they were doing, by taking copious notes from listening to what was happening on the monitor. This is what I thought. I thought that everyone had to, it was a level playing field. Everyone had the same access to the same information being in that courtroom, overflow room. And I thought everything was above board. So as I was ear hustling in the media room, I heard a reporter say something to the effect, you guys got the transfer last night, right? They worked for the same team. And I said, transcript? Who sent the transcript out? Because I do recall that there was a lockdown on transcripts coming out from the courthouse. So I said, oh, wow. They sending transcripts out now? Because I have access to Pacer. And those who don't know what Pacer is, a government a portal where you can file documents, you can pull information. So I searched, and I didn't see any order that said that they were redisseminating the transcripts. So now my spider senses are tingling. So then I asked the reporter, I said, oh, maybe it got stuck in my spam. Can you resend it to this email address? She forwarded it, which was a good thing, because then I could see there's a digital fingerprint on who sent those transcripts out. And I'm sorry for the person I'm about to put on blast. And I had a conversation with this person. And I looked at the subject, who sent it, what time it was sent. So I'm looking through my emails, the same email that I put on the application for communication to our company. What I didn't see was the emails that were sent out to other reporters, certain reporters that have been reporting on this case about R. Kelly and how the prosecution and how the defense has presented their case. So then I'm wondering, the person that I had to apply for the credential had to approve my credential. They also had to review the application in its detail, and I had to also submit a letter as the editor-in-chief for the brand. So when I realized that I was not on the distribution list of the dissemination of crucial details of this case that's been disseminated to a select people of the media pool that's covering this case, that really agitated me. That agitated me for a number of reasons. R. Kelly is on trial for a case that can potentially put him away for the rest of his life. And I'm gonna preface by saying I wasn't never there as a supporter of R. Kelly or a detractor of R. Kelly. I was there covering the story, trying to get all the information from inside. And this is why I was critical of some of the Black media outlets that didn't come inside and report this. Because what they were doing essentially is regurgitating information that they got secondhand. So let me explain the dynamics of the way the media has to report this case. We have to take hand notes on everything that's said between all the parties in the courtroom. The court has a court reporter there who has they have tools in place to take down notes, information of all the parties and anything is said. Unless you are a walking computer, you're not going to be able to get every single detail. So then when I started looking at other stories that were being reported, I was seeing verbatim account of what was said by the parties. And I'm wondering, something's odd here. As a member of the press, I knew that unless you were a trained dictation expert, you're not going to be able to take that down verbatim. So what was happening? the government was disseminating the transcripts of only the prosecution to certain members of the media. Now tell me why that's a problem. You don't have to tell me. I'm going to tell you why it's a problem. So that means that the narrative coming out of the courthouse that's being shared with millions of people around the world is being, in my opinion, controlled by the same people that have applied for the credentials to cover this case. And the members of the media, certain media outlets, are being able to have access to transcripts that other members of the media have not been having access to. That's a problem. That's a problem. The judge had made a ruling that certain things wasn't going to be released until at the end of October. So tell me why those transcripts were sent out to certain members of the media. Y'all know why? Because they're trying to control the narrative. I call this individual, and if I don't get the emails from everything that was submitted to all the media outlets before Monday, I'm putting your name out there. You work for the government. You work for us. You have until Sunday night to put it out. It's going to be a problem. A major problem. So I have the transcripts. Thank you. Shout out to that reporter that have shared the communication. You will do well in media because you are an honest reporter. So the defense has to now wonder is if this jury that's sequestered is watching the media today. The jury is supposed to be, is not sequestered. We have to now wonder what the jury is reading right now. Irregardless of the fact that the judge said, no, you can't watch the media, you can't talk about the case, you can't do a number of other things. So you tell me, Your Honor, why is the government only sending the transcripts out to certain members of the media? And why is the jury not sequestered? So this is why, in my opinion, R. Kelly is not going to get a fair trial. And why is this significant? Because I'm not accusing any outlets of slanting the story, but I'm accusing outlets of slanting the story. If you guys are only getting the transcript, some of you guys, and you know what? We need to investigate, and this is for the lawyers. We need to see how much of those emails have went out to certain media outlets. Because I want all the communication that was disseminated to all the other media outlets from the day I was approved for coverage. And I'm going to tell you what he said to me. I called him on the phone. Oh, you don't get off with just sending an email or saying, well, no, I'm sorry. No, I called you on the phone and I asked you, Mr. And those can probably figure out who it is if they applied. I understand that other members of the press have received communications and transcripts, but I have yet to receive a transcript. No, he says to me, I didn't think that you wanted to be on the distribution list. What the are you talking about? I applied for credentials to cover this trial. I also spent thousands of dollars to cover this trial. And you don't think I want to be on you really don't think I want to be on a distribution list? I'm on multiple distribution lists from different government agencies around the country. So you have a job to do, and you don't think all the people that you approve for credentials don't want to be on the distribution list on a trial of the century? You need to lose your job. You need to lose your job. And if you're making over these type of mistakes, there's a problem. And there's a problem because I don't know how long you had your position, but by the end of today, I'm going to figure out how long you had your position. Your job is to, if you're not supposed to send any transcripts out, then nobody should have it. But if you send them out to one member of the press and not another, you don't need your job. You do not need your job. And the attorneys that represent R. Kelly should be concerned about this. I should have the transcripts of the prosecution and the defense, not cherry pick what you want to send out to the media and to what media outlet. I'm not going to accept the fact that you didn't think I wanted to be on a distribution list when you never asked me, did I want to be on a distribution list? But I filled the application where my email address is on to be distributed and receive communication one way or the other. So for you to say that, I do not buy it. From your mouth to my ears, you said the most asinine thing to a reporter covering a world-renowned celebrity in an international story. So you're not getting off the hook. The Eastern District of New York, the judge should really be concerned with this defendant having a fair trial. And how many people up the food chain knew that certain people was getting the email and others wasn't? It's a simple check and balance. Application, information against your distribution. Whenever you have an application, you add the members of the media to your list. I'm not buying that you forgot to share this information. No way. I don't buy it. So, yes, we have a problem. We have a problem here. So, share the information. Share the video. Share the video. That's all. I see some people texting me. I can't respond to you right now. I cannot respond to you right now. But this is a problem. Big problem. A very big problem. Okay, guys. So, like I said, this is my exhibit. This credential with the government seal is my exhibit. You didn't think I wanted to get copies of transcripts that is being shared with other media outlets? This is a problem. I don't care if you believe R. Kelly is guilty or innocent. You don't get the chance to make the call on what media outlets should receive information pertaining to his case because you have a relationship with them. You're a government employee. And I hope this goes all the way to the Supreme Court. I'm thinking it probably will if he's convicted. And I'm thinking the judge probably should call a mistrial. You know why? Because we don't know, I hate to say it, that, the reporters in the courtroom, they have editors. They have editors that they have to answer to. So as an editor myself, it is my duty to bring this to the public. So you guys see me outside the court, inside, you haven't seen me inside the court because we can't record per se inside the court. But I've been here. And I spent a lot of my resources to cover the trial. So you're not going to get off the hook by, and the reporters that are covering it. Again, I'm looking at headlines. I'm looking at the tonnage of some of the articles. There have been some mischaracterizations in the reporting. And this is why open court, cameras in the courtroom is important. This is significant because something like this happened under my watch. It happened under my watch. I've covered trials in Georgia in federal court. Bob Page is the PIO. He was the PIO in Georgia, and he might still be the PIO. I have to look at who's the current PIO, a public information officer. I'm on a distribution list. I get the press releases all the time. I'm invited to the press conferences that it pertains to all different type of cases. So where does this federal district court PIO think that he can cherry pick the information he sends out to different media outlets? You should not have a job. You shouldn't. And anyone who's invested their resources and have not received their emails that's been sent out to certain media outlets should be outraged, as I am. I'm outraged. I'm mad because it's difficult, first and foremost, as an African American trying to run a media brand. So when the playing field is uneven, even in that space, is a problem. It's a problem. So yeah, I have a problem with this case. The judge, again, whatever methodology she used to make the side call these sidebars during the defense could be a problem as well. And I spoke to a very well known criminal defense attorney, and she classified that as these sidebars as strategic interference against the defense. Strategic interference against the defense. And how she classified it was the defense, in trying to examine a witness, then interrupted by the judge, it's likely a strategic interference to throw the lawyer off. Doesn't give the prosecution time to object in the case. The judge calls a sidebar. You call the sidebar a numerous amount of times, and we once all the transcripts come out, we can count the amount of sidebars that was called. But those transcripts should be made public right now. And this jury, who is probably sitting home, scrolling through the news articles, reading perhaps one-sided account or reporting of this case, and maybe forming their own decision in the back of their mind based on the reporting and the sensationalized headlines that are attracting people to the story. Because I have my members of my team right now are looking at each article that's been published and see if there's mischaracterizations of the court proceedings. And we're going to expose those outlets that have skewed the story one way. And if you have a problem with that, you're going to have a major problem down the road. And this is why the recording or the takedown by the court reporter is important for the public. Very important. And then we ask the bigger question. How many people have been complicit in manipulating the outcome of this trial? Because you do remember in the Chicago Tribune reporting, through a warrant, it was revealed that a guard who's employed by the government has leaked R. Kelly's communications to a blogger. The guard was not charged with a crime yet, or the guard may not never be charged with a crime, nor has the blogger been held accountable. Now, I'm going to say I'm not really mad at the blogger. I'm going to tell you why. Because if the guard was stupid enough to send communications from his or her job, in her case is a her, to a blogger if they send it to me. Now the question is, how would I handle that information? If I knew it came from a guard and it was sent to me, I'm probably not going to touch it. She made the call, the other blogger made the call to touch it. That's the difference between a reporter and a blogger. But they're bloggers, YouTubers, excuse me, that have a style, and I would give them credit for being a YouTube journalist. They're on YouTube, they're journalists. I have no problem with that. But I would have handled that information differently. Because I know as a defendant and as a detainee, you have the right to privacy and your communications protected. And the only ones that will have access to that communication is the government that's holding you under bond, not under bond, but as a detainee. So how many people on this food chain has orchestrated a particular narrative based on the dissemination of information that should have been disseminated at minimum to the members of the press? And you can argue, and I know this is going to be an argument for that maybe someone's going to try to make down the road, but I'm going to call it bullshit. I'll tell you what it is. Well, the reason why we disseminate it to all the media outlets is because the court reporter has to make money off of transcripts. So we decided just to cherry pick and send it to a few reporters from a few different outlets. I call that bullshit, because you don't make the determination as to what media outlets should get communications from the courtroom or transcripts. You don't make that determination. Since who appointed you the head of the First Amendment freedom of press and said you can dictate who you want to have communication and who's going to control the narrative of the prosecution's case? Because you only send, I got the email, and I'm going to screenshot your name. If I don't have those emails, all the communications that went out to every reporter from the day I came to that courtroom was approved, I'm screenshotting your name, and you're going to go viral. And I'm going to encourage everyone to put your name out there. And you might not be able to get a job anywhere in this country in that capacity. So I encourage you to send all. I better see in my mailbox before Monday. I'm at a secret location, so you won't be able to find me right now. Because if you think you're going to keep me quiet, it's too late for that. I'm at a secret location. I'm at a secret location working on this story. And I encourage you, sir, to do your damn job. You don't have to like me, but do your damn job. I'm out, and I'll see you Monday at the courthouse. Thank you. Let me read a few questions real quick. Oh, we turned off the GPS. The GPS off. We turned the GPS off. We turned the do not disturb off. And we make sure our GPS in our car is not being tracked. So you need to make sure you have those emails in my mailbox. I need them in my mailbox. You have my email address. If you don't, I'm sure you can find out. Someone post my email address. I'm going to say it so he can have it. Send all the emails to news, that's NEWS, at hiphopinquirer.com. I want all those emails that were sent out to members of the press without delay. Because, sir, I can promise you, it's not worth it for one case. And we don't, something, and the other things. Now, I think we might have to have the FBI look at all the emails you have sent out, because they are the federal government too. The FBI might want to look at your emails as well and who you sent out, and maybe look at your text messages as well too. And maybe, maybe we can get Congress involved to look at the handling of this potential employee that works for the government. I don't know how far we want to go up the food chain, food chain. But I will say that I don't know who else is involved. Like, I don't know if you've been talking to sir. I don't know if you've been talking to the prosecutors and they say, hey, listen, get this part out of our rebuttal to certain media outlets who have not been favorable to reporting on R. Kelly. So now, sir, you have until Sunday night to get these emails to me. As a matter of fact, hopefully you guys know who the person is. I don't want to put your name out there right now, but I'm going to put your name out there at some point if I don't have those emails. It's just going to happen like that. And guess what, sir? Every judge, every ASA, assistant U.S. attorney, and everybody that you have disseminated information to and excluded information from, your clock is ticking. I want my emails. And I'm very upset that you thought this was okay. And you thought you don't know me from a can of paint, but you said to me, I didn't think you wanted to be on the list. Newsflash, I want to be on every list that I should be on. This ain't a game, sir. And I'm not playing with you. Get those emails to me, sir. Judge Ann Donnelly, you probably should, as the judge sitting on this case that's been appointed by President Obama, to look into this matter. This dissemination of mailings to certain members of the media and not others is a problem. And this also denies Mr. Kelly the right to a fair trial, and you have yet to sequester this jury. This is a problem. I don't know R. Kelly, but I know the Constitution, and I know what was done was wrong. And I also know the amount of independent Black media that should be covering this story is not covering it. Let me see how much you media outlets will pick up this story. That one member of the Black press that didn't receive copies of these emails. You know, we knew about the Hillary Clinton emails. We knew about that was talked about during the 2016 election. But now we're honing in on the emails that has been disseminated by the government employee. That his only job, he had only one job to do in this case, and that was to credential this reporter and give him the access that you have afforded other members of the press. This is not theatrics. This happened. And no, my attorney has copies of the email as well. So this is not going to get buried. No, you're going to bury me. Because if you try to come for me, whoever is not reporting this accurately, I'm going to know. And to the reporter, and I'm going to say this, we're going to talk about that too. And to the reporter that thought she was being smart, not the good reporter, it was another reporter. I investigated that too. See, you got to be careful when you mess with people who've been doing this for a long time. Because you're fresh out the gate. You haven't been doing this long. I did a little research on you as well. And I think your employer might want to look at who they hired. When you do things to undermine my team, I'm coming for you. If one person's allowed to use their phone in the media room, why did you report that someone else from my team who was credentialed was using their phone in the media room? Everyone, that's why you have a media room. We have laptops, we have communication devices, we file stories, we communicate, we share information. Did you feel because that person's association or perhaps bias to the case might have been an indication that your reporting might be looked at a little differently, so you were trying to get booted from the room? We know who you are. I suggest when you see her, you apologize to her, and just apologize to her, because I don't miss much. I listen. We're colleagues with the hope that we are pursuing the goal of honest journalism. And congratulate. I'm going to make sure you get your flowers early. The reporter that shared the email, and you should be proud of yourself. I don't know what the professors told you. I don't know what school you attended, but you should be proud of yourself that you have done a honorable thing in sharing the information. You should be proud of yourself. And to the government employee who works for the people, shame on you. Shame that I had to put you out here like this. Shame that you've been doing this job. You have been delegated by the government to do a job, and now you have screwed yourself up. Because I'm putting you out there if I don't get those emails. Rest assured, if I don't see those emails, there's nothing you can do about stopping this train. This train's left the station already. We're picking up passengers right now. And I'm the conductor. We're picking up passengers along the way. And when we get to the station, guess what? You're going to have to get off. I need those emails. I need every one of those emails that was sent out to members of the media. You're not going to listen. I know you can't even spin this. I know the best spin doctors. You can't spin what you did and what you said to me. So I would say that the jury's not sequestered. They're able to see everything. They can see my recording right now. All those jurors that's sitting on that jury right now, the reporting that you've been getting from certain media outlets, it might have been influenced by the government. I'm saying it for the record, because that's a government employee who made the decision not to send the information to all the media outlets, thus preventing us from doing our job accurately, fairly, and openly. That's the bias in this case. And Judge Ann Donnelly, you should admonish that employee, and to the lawyers representing R. Kelly, you should be concerned as well, because you're fighting a battle from inside the courtroom and outside the courtroom. I'm not saying Mr. Kelly is innocent. I'm not saying he's guilty, but the scale of justice, as is on my ring, it's on my college ring, should be balanced. Well, it was actually on my stone, but guess what? That was what I had inscribed on my stone. This ring is over 25 years old, a little older than that. But the scale of justice has tilted against the defendant. And that's my summation based on firsthand knowledge. So this might not be the case that you guys should be looking at, that all fairness has been done. It's happened. It's happened by an employee. And I don't want to hear that, oh, I made a mistake. You made a big mistake. You made a big mistake. And that's correct. I was there. Yes, I was there. And I don't know that employee from a can of paint, nor does he know me from a can of paint. Nor can you make the wild assumption that this high-profile trial, viewed by millions around the world, that I wouldn't want to have information that's being shared with other members of the press. You didn't think I would want to have it? No, sir. You're mistaken. I'll be checking my email. It's posted there. Share it, share it, share it. And as I said to everyone else, this is not being monetized. This is information that needs to be shared to the public. You tag your favorite blogger, you tweet your favorite news outlet and ask them, are you a part of this email scandal? Did you receive the email or didn't you receive the email? You ask them. How many of you guys received emails after the judge said no dissemination of emails to the press? I do not need for you to show me favoritism and saying, hey, Mr. Byron, you can get these emails, but I'm not going to share with the other press. Don't put me on that list. I don't want to be on that. I would never want to be on that list. You give everyone the same information. You work for the people. You don't work for the prosecutor. And this is embarrassing for all the people who have done the right thing, working for as PIOs, that's done the right thing and shared information with all members of the press without delay. You, sir, should not be having that employment. I'm pissed off. And maybe I should be pissed off. Stakes are high. The stakes are high. The jury's not sequestered. And you have made an independent or not so independent decision on who you should send this to, who these transcripts should be sent to. Because you might have went against the judge's order. You might have went against the judge's order because there's an order in place. If everyone doesn't have access to things that should be available to the members of the press, who then shares to the public, there's a problem. So, sir, you have explaining to do. So you might want to huddle with your team and figure this out. And again, shout out to the PIOs, the public information officers, that are doing the right thing in various different jurisdictions. But you're in the most high-profile jurisdiction. You have the Southern District of New York. You have the Eastern District of New York. You have major cases coming through these courts. Major cases. So now we got to look at your phone, your cell phone, see who you're texting to. Oh, no, it gets bigger. You screw me by not sending me the information that everyone else has. And if someone tells you that, oh, he made a mistake, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. You don't get that position you're in an authoritative position. You don't get the chance to make those calls. And if black media or selective media is only given information that should be afforded to all the media that have been credentialed, and not just credentialed for the courthouse, it's bigger. How about the media outlets that have not dispatched members of their team to the courthouse? The Roland Martins, the Revolts, I'm talking black media, the Jasmine Brands, the Shade Room, the Tasha K's. Well, she has a plug already. She already have a plug already, so she's probably getting everything. The countless, the Hollywood Unlocks. And shout out to Jason Lee. You know, Jason, I want to say this, and y'all can send this to him. I watched your interview on the Breakfast Club, and I commend you. I commend you for what you said, and regarding the situation with Karen Civil. I commend you for that, because I understand the struggles that us black members of the press deal with in building our brands. So I commend you for your candidness, your outspokenness, and the manner in which you made a very valid case. And in CTG, stop making light of situations that if impacted someone's. You can't do that, Charlamagne, my brother. You cannot make light of a situation that has seriously affected this man's livelihood. And he's right. You can't gloss over a situation like that. That affected this man's livelihood. The person admitted a cyber crime, and as a result, his page was shut down. You get no pass for that, because you got, not only do you have to fight against the masses in competition, but you fighting against your own people.
Sorry, I'm gonna end his live because he's going someplace else. I don't feel like listening to extra stuff like that. But here's what I need you guys to do. I need you guys to contact your congressman. I need you guys to speak about the unfair his constitutional rights being violated. I need you guys to contact the Chief Justice Margot. What's her name? Here's her phone number right here. That's her phone number. I need you guys to make that phone call. Even leave messages. I need you guys to go ahead and make those phone calls because Robert deserves a fair trial. And her name is Chief Justice Honorable Margot B. Brody. Margot B. Brody. That's the Chief Judge in the Eastern District of New York. I went and found her phone number for you guys. Flood those numbers. Flood that office. Call that office complete. Make your complaints. Make your complaints. Contact your state representative or contact New York State representative. I'll go find that for you. 1 second. You know me. I'm going to get your information. Hold on. State representative of New York. A congressman of New York. Hold on a second. Okay, the congressman of New York. Oh, that lady. Oh, I don't know. I don't think I want her. She's part of the Me Too. Hold on, let me find somebody else. Hold on. Let's contact Elise Stefik, whatever her name is. She's the Republican side. Let's contact the Republican side. Because this other one, I don't know. I don't trust her. Here's her. Let's see. Maybe you can do her Twitter. Okay, let me send you her Twitter so you guys can. No, I need y'all to get the phone number. Hold on. I'd rather you guys get phone numbers. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get her phone number. Let's go get her number. Come on now. All right, let's go do her contact information. And I just speak about his rights of being violated. Talk about the information being. Okay, let me give you the office number. Here's her office number. I'm gonna give you all her office numbers, and so you guys can contact her. Hold on. Here's one. This is the Glen Falls office. I'm gonna give you her name. Hold on a second. Here's her name. All right, let's go here. Let me give you her name so you can have it. Here's a link address so you can go here. That's her phone number. Here's her information right here. That's her. It's her website right here. Contact her. If I was a juror, I would. Okay, yeah, get that person right there, this idiot right here. Get them. Get this, whoever that person is that's doing this. They're trying to spam us. Get that person, please. Get that person. Block them. Thank you, y'all. Thank you. That's that person. See, what happened is they're watching our live. They're trying to infiltrate now. They're trying to mess up, get involved in it. I need you guys to share that information. Contact your congressman. I gave y'all the call the Chief Justice. Does the case manager have an email address? What case manager? All right, so guys, get it out there, get it out there, get it out there. We've been on it. Just 1 second. right. Guys, y'all got work to do. It's 539. I know half of them are not for Robert. They're not in here for that, but you got to realize this. You got to be fair about this. You can't do this. First, they had that employee giving out his information. Now you have someone who's given transcript and only given one side of the transcript. Thank God that you guys will help me to pay for it. What can I do? What can I do? Really help. Contact the judges, the chief judge, and tell him what the problem is. I saw Dennis tweet put out. Someone asked him to go to YouTube and put it out. Um, guys, you got to get it out, y'all. We got work to do. This is the midnight hour. Got to get the work out. Tamisha, that someone send that over to me. I'm going to these blogger. Okay. Probably don't, but we got to put things in writing. Contact the Chief Justice, contact Congress, contact everybody. Put it in writing, guys. Put it in writing. That's the only way you're going to get things done. Put it in writing. Put it in writing. Put it in writing. I know, Bree. I don't know what's going on with this. She didn't fully. I've never heard of that. Normally, when they get ready to deliberate on a case, they sequence the jury. See, the thing is, they're trying to push those narrative out. So those jurors who forgot certain things. That's why I told you guys yesterday. I wanted us to go ahead and review some of the thing. I needed people to come on here, speak about it, because I knew that the jurors have an opportunity to see stuff. And if we don't get our stuff out, all they're going to see is the other people's side. They already set it up that the transcript was only going to see the prosecution side. We got to get things out. I know a small amount of us, but if we come together as one, as bloggers and supporting Robert Sylvester, we can get the word out. Seriously. We can't sit here and just play games with each other. You know, we got to share. We got to put this stuff out. We got to put this stuff out. Cece, here's what happened. You know how it is. Some people are going to be lazy, right? They may not pay attention to the facts. They might just go be sensationalized by what's on the news, what's being portrayed, what's digging in their mind. That's why people have commercial. So it could keep playing in your mind over and over and over and over and over. And you start believing, instead of looking at the evidence, you start believing what they're putting out the news. So if this is in the news, then this is what happened. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is Byron, y'all. This is who, Dennis. Thank you, Byron. I mean, I keep calling you Byron. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you. Thank you for being a man of integrity and showing exactly what is happening behind the scene. I know you and I had a little back and forth, and when we talked about the transcript, and I was telling you how we paid for the transcript. Now you see why. Now I understand what you were talking about. Now I get it. You know, my apologies for taking offense. And when you was saying that you wasn't getting it, I was like, well, I got it because we were paying for it. And we were paying a big penny for this, $120. I mean, $1.20 per page. And my people in this chat was doing it. Put the link in. Okay, I'll put the link in. Travel the world. Hold on a second. So thank you so much for being a man of integrity. I understand that you're not for Robert. We are on Robert's side, but thank you. We've been praying and we've been asking God to open up, and I thank God for allowing you to be vigilant and being a trailblazer in what's happening, because fair is fair, and that the man deserves a fair trial. Period. You know, not be railroaded, not have things planted inside the storage. You know, we know so much, Byron. I keep calling you Byron. I hope it's okay if I call you Byron. Here's the link if you would like to come in. Thank you so much, Dennis. Thank you. I appreciate everything that you're doing. Thank you. We got 522 people in here. Guys, do share his video wherever you go. Just share his video. Share it, share it, share it, share it. Because
Sylvia, hello. Can I say something real fast?
Absolutely.
Okay. First, I want to ask Mr. Byron, what was the position of this guy that was doing this? And then the other thing I want to say, I was watching BNC News. They finally had somebody on there that was saying something good about Rob. One of the she was a lawyer, and she's like the only the prosecution has little to no evidence, and they said the prosecution is relying on the witnesses, of what the witnesses said. I was like, thank you, Jesus. Somebody did say something good about the trial or whatever about Rob. She said they had little to no evidence.
Dennis, what should we do? Can you please come in and tell us what should we do as a people? I have 536 people in this chat. What can we do? I already told them to contact their congressperson. I gave the information of the person that's in New York for the Congress. What can we do? Please let me know, what can we do as a people?
Yes, Mr. Dennis, coming to the chat. I mean, to the live.
How can we help you to get this word out? How can we help you? Here's the link right here. Everybody's coming in. Guys, who is this? Hello, I'm gonna kick you out if you don't speak. Okay, all right, guys, you got people coming in here for no reason.
I was really happy when I heard that. I was like, yeah, that brightened my day a little bit more.
Karen says, remember Johnny Cochran warned us about the years ago to let the witness's testimony alone serve the evidence without any concrete proof or collaborating evidence. Not to let the witness. Do you want my number to call in, Byron? Like, oh my God, I keep calling you Byron. I just hope it's not Mr. Dennis. Is he here? I just need to know what you want us to do. What else do you want us to do? I ask everyone to share your video. I know you're making a statement, a big bold move, and we appreciate you for doing that. And God bless you, God protect you, and God keep you strong. And God is going to reward you for everything that you're doing. Because if it wasn't for people like you, the truth would not be out. And I thank God for you. I thank God for you. Okay. All right. I understand. But, well, thank you anyway. Spitting fire. Hey, sis. Hey, sis.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, I don't have that.
You don't have that video? Okay, let me send it to you right now. Because I know you got connection with the Mr. Man, Kwame. So I need you. I need your help, sis. Hold on. I'm gonna send it to you right now. Hold on.
He be busy though.
My sis got connection.
No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I
She,
don't.
she know people in high places.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I
Stop
don't.
being modest. Stop being modest.
Don't believe that, y'all.
He's not gonna click it. No worries.
You said
Yeah,
it already. I don't know.
he-
I see that Keisha's playing it too.
yeah, but I don't know how to send it to you because I got it from someone who sent it on Instagram. I don't know how to send stuff from Instagram. Could
You know how to
somebody
download it?
could somebody send it to Spitting Fire, please? Somebody send it to Spitting Fire.
You got it from Instagram?
Yeah, you have
Okay,
Instagram.
I didn't check Instagram. I was just
If
checking
you have Instagram, I can forward it to you. What's your Instagram?
Spitting Fire.
Oh, see, I've never had you in my Instagram. There, can't even talk. Instagram.
Hold on, because I haven't checked.
Oh, I got you. I got you. I got you right here, hon.
Right.
There it is. I just sent it to you.
Okay.
I just sent it to you. So if you see something from Infamous Sylvia, it's me.
Okay. I just let me see. Something just came through.
Okay.
Hold on.
Thank you. You digging me?
I just didn't know.
You digging me? Okay, sir, turn your thing down, please.
How you doing, Fire?
Hey, baby, what's going on? Hold on, I'm trying to find some stuff. Hold on.
444. Good afternoon. Oh, there he is. Hey, Dennis.
Wait a minute.
Hey, Dennis. Thank
Good
you for
evening.
coming.
Good evening, everybody.
How are
Absolutely.
you?
One second, guys. Give me a second.
I don't.
Sylvia,
Doing good.
Sylvia,
Yes, hold on a second, 444. I just want to hear from Dennis for a second.
Okay.
So good evening, everyone. I missed the question. If I am able to answer the question, I will. But the main question that you posed to me was, what can we do?
Yes.
What we can do is share the video, tag the people that you think that will get the information out there, and also write a letter to the judge presiding over this case. That's Judge Ann Donnelly. This problem occurred up the food chain in the Department of Justice. The same department is prosecuting Robert Sylvester Kelly. So, as I said in my video, I'm not for or against Robert. What I am for is a fair and balanced trial, and not sequestering the jury from the inset of this trial perhaps create a major problem. And I think that with all the hours that has been days and days has been spent on this trial, and just in the closing arguments, for 6.5 hours on closing from the prosecution, and then the 3-hour rebuttal, coupled with a 3-hour charging of the jury. You think about it for a second. Anyone that has ever covered a trial, this is probably the most extensive amount of prosecutorial handling of this case, with some help from the judge. Unfortunately, this is strategic interference in Mr. Kelly's defense. A 3-hour jury charge, it's a long time. A 3-hour rebuttal, it's a long time. A 6.5 hour closing is a long time. An unsequestered jury that is looking at, while the judge gave the instruction not to look at the media, they're all humans. And I'm sure 99.9% of people on your live has looked at the media over the weekend.
Yeah.
Some form of media. Social media, television, perhaps read a physical paper, which is not too many of them out here. And then do a Google search of the headline of this story by all media outlets that are covering it, especially the ones that are inside the courtroom. Then look at the articles and look at the structure of some of the articles and ask yourself a question. If you have a transcript, why are the a lot of the coverage in some of these major outlets, the wording is verbatim from the transcript? After the judge stops, stop sending transcripts out. This is the Department of Justice only sending the prosecution's closing arguments and rebuttals to a select amount of media outlets within the court and also outside. So that's a problem. That's a major problem. And it has to be shared. It must be shared. And also look at the black outlets that they are covering this trial, who are regurgitating some of the slanted media of major publications that have mischaracterized even the statements of Attorney Koenig and his reference to Dr. King. I read his reference, his quote, which was not what was published in certain media outlets. So just be concerned about this, because the jury is probably watching you live right now. Someone in that jury is probably watching you live. I'm going to assume someone's watching versus what the judge has said. Because no, humans are inquisitive. They feel like they might want to research things that wasn't presented in evidence. Perhaps you want to get a refresher on the Surviving R. Kelly documentary. You don't know. No one knows, because there's no marshals posted in these jurors' homes, monitoring their phones and their communications. That's just not happening. So that's all I think that you guys can do right now. If Mr. Kelly is found guilty of any of the charges, then it's his lawyer's duty to now file an appeal based on some of the things that has been revealed firsthand. And I didn't put the name out of the person that failed to share email distribution to the media. But some of you guys have, I've seen someone mention the person's name because they probably was watching the trial from the very beginning. And one of the admonishments the judge put on open record. But this is not a mistake. This is what they get paid to do every day. This is their job. You don't make a mistake and say, well, I didn't think you wanted to be under the distribution. That's the most.
Could you tell me the title of this person? The title is.
Well, I just said I didn't mention the person. I didn't mention this person's name yet. They have it.
Not you, Dennis. I was telling her don't do that. I'm gonna have to remove her from the thing right now. Because don't interrupt them, please.
Yeah, I didn't mention the person's name for obvious reasons. I want to see if the distribution is sent to my mailbox. And if not, then I'll take it to the next level. But it's very important that you guys understand that certain outlets are getting access to crucial documents with the omission of the defense's closing. And I doubt that the attorneys may know this right now, but I don't think they knew this at 8:43 on Thursday night. And remember the time I just gave you, 8:43 on Thursday night. Because that time is significant, and you'll understand why that time is significant at some point in the future. Because we have already done our investigation, and we know when the distribution went out. And shout out to the white reporter who saw unfairness the way this was being dealt with. So that's all I have right now, guys.
Well, thank you so much. Are you so do we go ahead and I know we already started sharing your video already. So should we contact her or contact the chief? Because that's what I was putting out there.
Well, this comes from the DOJ. So I would first, you might see a legal filing or a letter written from an attorney to the judge. So if you have patience, you might see something come through soon.
Okay.
But at this point, the jury's deliberating. They're in recess until Monday, but their deliberations will start again Monday.
Okay.
I don't know what this individual's plan on. For example, they send an email notification if the jury has a question. That should go out to every journalist who has been credentialed to cover this trial from inside. All should get a notification by email that the jury has a question for the judge. At that point, we probably have about 2 to 3 minutes to get from the media room to the 6th floor. So we have a small window, but then if they have a verdict, they have the lawyers from both sides, and they have to go to the courtroom, and then we wait for the verdict.
Okay.
One way or the other. But we all should be on that distribution. For example, if I'm in a restaurant across from the courthouse, and I'm not on the distribution, when they say the jury has a question or they have a verdict, guess what? I don't get to break the story. I don't get to put the information out there and give you guys my visual perspective of what is happening in the courtroom. Because this is not being televised. It's not being there's no audio being shared with the general public. We have to rely on the transcripts and the focused note-taking of reporters. So it's very important that this person is held accountable for his lack of doing his job. Because when you say to me from his mouth to my ears, I didn't think you wanted to be on the distribution, I mean, that's just mind-boggling. Just think about all the media coverage. You don't think Black press doesn't want to cover, get information pertaining to this trial. But we spent thousands to cover the trial, but you don't think we should be afforded the same rights that you afforded certain other media outlets? Anyway, guys, thank you very much for allowing me to get on the platform. I just wanted to say,
Thank you.
bird watching right now. We're waiting for an outcome.
Okay, but we're gonna continue to share your video. Thank you so much for having the courage to do this, because it's only God. But thank you again. And my apologies for
All
our
right, guys. Good night.
earlier. So, all righty. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
again.
no problem. No problem at all. No problem. It was a misunderstanding. That's all.
Okay. Have a good one. Thank you again.
Good night, guys. Good night.
Good night. Good night. All right, guys. Y'all heard him. Y'all heard him what he said. Okay. So we got to get this word out. We got to make his video viral. It's on Instagram. I need you guys to I'm gonna trace. We're gonna trace this. Let's see. Sinful P, if you don't mind, I would love for you to share this on your not my video, but his video on your page. On your page, if you don't mind, Sinful P, because you have a very large audience, and if you don't mind sharing his Instagram. I think Tracy, do you have? Oh my God, my bad. Can you put it out for me, please? God, I keep messing up. Okay, forgive me. Okay, share it, guys. You shared it on Sinful P's live already. Okay, Sinful P, please, if you don't mind. This video right here. This video right here. You digging me? Just put it in here. Just keep sharing it. Make it go viral. There's 582 people in here, and at least 400 of you guys should be able to share this. 400 of you guys. That's what I'm counting on you guys to share this. Make it go viral. Make it go viral. The truth needs to come out. You might need to hashtag it with R. Kelly trial. R. Kelly. Hey, Shell. Shell, my condolences, sweetie. Just hope everything's going well for you. Okay, guys, I need you guys to share. You know the way you guys know how to do it. And I know Nakia, I know you can handle this, Nakia. I know some of you guys Anna, Nakia, you guys are beasts at sharing things. Let's get this out. Let's get his video to go viral. Some people going on IG, share it at Shade Room, all the big bloggers, all the big social media. I need you guys to share it. Share it on all the big blogger stations. Hold on a second. Hold on. Okay, guys, just do me that favor. Let's shut it down. Shut everything down everywhere. Send it out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Let's share it everywhere, every single place. Make those phone calls. It's Fig. Just put the phone number down. Here's the phone number. John, I don't know how to say his name. State Attorney's Office, 718-254-6323, 718-254-6323. And you shared it late this morning. Good job. But continue sharing it, y'all. Continue sharing it. Continue to share. Let it go out. Let it go viral. Something has to be done, and we got to make some noise. Okay, it's enough of us to make this noise out here. Make those phone calls, leave messages, call their numbers. Call the numbers. Karen, I know you have some, it says here, say it again, the judge has to be impeached. She's a federal judge. Only Congress can impeach her because she is appointed by a sitting president. So contact the Congress, contact Congress and show evidence of everything that's been going on. Contact them because obviously there's an agenda. Send this to Tyrese. Yes, send it to everyone that you can send it to, okay? Just go ahead and do it, guys. Just do it, please. Oh, no. I'm good, Miss Fat. I ate. I'm good. I ate. I did eat. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Fat. I ate. I was just reading some of you guys. Please send the link you want me to share. Somebody put the link in there for you, Ivani, to share it. Y'all get this out. Thank you. Yes, people know what's going on. Absolutely. Okay, check out my sister's thing right here. The link. Here it is. She got it right here. Click that link and share it. Start sharing it everywhere. Everywhere, guys. Share it. Huh? Why are they calling witnesses Jane Doe? That's what coroner called by. TJ, I don't think he needs to wait. He needs to do something now. Yeah. Yes, Tyree. Seems to be a loyal friend. Okay, guys, we can do this. We can do this. Let's start sharing it. Okay, let me go put this on my Facebook. Share it on your Facebook, share it on your YouTube, share it on every outlet that you can share it. Okay, let's see. Is there a number for Congress, like the Washington area to call? Okay, I heard it. It's nothing we can do. Rosalind, I'm not gonna no, it's nothing we can do. It will be exposed. This is nothing new. They have been plotting and planning. We gotta do something. We can't have that defeat attitude about this. Something is better than just sitting around doing nothing. I don't believe there's nothing we can do. It's not by accident why we got this information now. I'm not a believer of that. No. Thank you. Bring awareness. That's right. We're bringing awareness. We watch the news, white anchor ask questions, and then black anchor come in and with it bashing is strategic. Or y'all can write all you want, but Congress has to address the judge. Well, we can contact Congress. I know when I complain to my Congress, House of Representatives, they always, even half of the time they come down and there's nothing they really can do, but I do put attention. I write them enough. Trust me, I've gotten so many things done. So many things done. I'm a writer. I contact my congressmen. They know me. They know everything. Oh, here comes Sylvia again. Oh, Lord, here she come. I've written, one time I got a ticket, and I went all the way up to the governor and complained. I do. Oh. Karen, you and I just alike, because man, you guys, if y'all know some of the letters I've written for the most smallest thing, I'd be writing those letters, and I don't play. I remember, oh yeah, I do. I will contact them in a minute. Right, true. Latrice, you can make a phone call. You know, you can make those phone calls and they'll record it. Write you a letter. Oh, Lord, I think Congress will not respond. You responded. And that's true, they won't, but it's going to be put in, as long as it's documented. So if something doesn't go right, it's documented. Give them a draft so we can send it to the representative. Okay, Randa, you going to help me do it? Oh yeah, I could sit down to a draft. I can do that, y'all. No, we could do it. We could do it together. I could type it up in here. I could do it together. Let Randa. You digging me? Said. No, you digging me. Y'all too bad. They funny. Okay, let's get serious because folks will be like, it's not funny. Okay, just a little laughter, a little bit. We have set the governor's office down here and forced meeting. Yep, I've done that too. Mm-hmm. Kevin Means, that's exactly right. Being federal judge, that's why we said we need to send. Hold on. I gotta go back to Kevin saying we need to send letters to the governor. Yep. Who's the governor? Is a woman, isn't it? A woman? Okay. Let me see. Congress, DC Congress. I'm gonna put this phone number in my phone, so just in case they don't call tonight. Yeah, just putting the phone number in here.
You have reached the American Islamic Congress. Please leave your name, number, and a message, and we will get back to you as soon as possible.
Okay,
Thank
wait.
you and have a nice.
Okay, I just tried calling that number you just gave for Congress. They said the memory is full. It just said the memory is full, so I'm gonna have to call Monday. It says memory is full. Thank you, Big B. I just tried calling it. It says memory full. Me personally, I would wait to see what outcomes before I start sending floods of email. Well, Ivan, it might be too late. If we could put a bug in the ear now, I think it's best to get it going. This is just my opinion. I want people to know we got this one. Randa, you too much. DC Congress. Yeah, I just called that number, Big B, and it's full. The number's full. Is there an email we can send it to, Big B? I can, like a contact. Thank you, Tracy. Tracy Cook, that is. Appreciate you. Thank you, Black Beauty. Okay, thank you. I don't think it's overreaction where you have the jury not sequenced.
I'll call you when I'm going downstairs because she on this live.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, share his link right there. Just keep sharing it, share it. I'll wait till Saturday to put this out. All right, Big Fig. Okay, thank you. I can't click that link. Notice the bloggers speaking on this and the ones not. Oh, yes, Randa baby. We know it. We know it, hon. You know it. Every blogger so far has been putting it out. Hey, Curtis, thank you. Yes. Yep. You know it, y'all. Y'all know it. Thanks. Shout out to Keisha T. Shout out to Spitting Fire. Shout out to I see several of the blogs. Shout out to Tracy Viewpoint because she put it out earlier. Okay, hold on. Let me put the link out. Hold on. They're calling you crazy like crazy. Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
My bad.
No, but yeah, that's why I said it's certain bloggers that put it out, but then there are other bloggers that claim they're for Robert Sylvester Kelly that are not putting it out, and they're doing other crazy stuff. Y'all need to pay attention to that. So
Things that are irrelevant.
shout out to the bloggers that are putting this stuff out. And I want to address the Dennis thing. Dennis said he got it on late Friday, so he had to investigate it himself. And when he investigated it, he also spoke to his lawyer. He wanted to speak to his attorney. And I'm pretty sure that's the reason why he ended up speaking on it today.
Right, Rhonda, and that's what I was gonna say. He just got it on Friday late, and then
Right.
he wanted to make sure he can speak on it before he spoke on it.
Right. He wanted to also make sure that what he was seeing was what he was seeing, you know?
Right, and he made me understand a lot of more things that were going on in the courthouse about them giving out just the prosecutor's side. That's why the defense never was getting out. They was only presenting the prosecutor's side.
Right. I don't think he said this happened Thursday. He said this happened Friday.
Friday, exactly.
He said this happened Friday, y'all, and he said he got it late Friday, and he had to investigate it for himself.
Right.
And when he did, he also went to speak to his attorney for hours because he had to explain to her in great detail.
Right. And I think people are messing up what he was saying with, when he was first talking. I know people was like, oh, we already know this, but he wanted his people to know in his Instagram that not following people on the YouTube street or in the Facebook or all that. He was talking to his people on his Instagram for them to understand the full effect of what's going on in the courtroom.
And he didn't want people to think that he was doing this to get money off of it.
Exactly.
That's another reason why he went to Instagram and not his YouTube channel. Because, when people see you on YouTube, they think first thing they think is, oh, you're just trying to get money. You're just trying to get money. But he took it to Instagram because he's like, yo, I'm not trying to get money off this. Like, I want everyone to know what's going on.
Exactly. And he would try, and what he was saying,
I don't think he's stopping anybody from their original agenda. I really think that he, as a Black journalist, he's trying to get the word out.
Exactly.
That's just my opinion.
Mine's too. He's trying to make sure that it's fair and equal for Robert Sylvester Kelly, which is unbalanced. And he said the scale is unbalanced, which we all knew it, but he was trying to make it clear how unbalanced it is.
Right. And let me say this too. Let me tell you, if the jury is going home every night and they're doing their thing, let me tell you, you can say not to be on social media and they might go on social media, but at the end of the day, don't underestimate the jury, y'all. Like if you believe, like y'all believe in God and this, that, and the other, then y'all faith should not deter you from what's going on, and you should stay focused to know that they will see what's supposed to be seen. You get what I'm saying? Like if they're going home every night, someone might sneak on there and see something that's being put out that wasn't put out by mainstream media.
Correct. And I think they go on social media because everybody go on social media. Who's not on social media?
Right. And you know what? Sometimes you can be on social media and think you're not going to see something, and you do see something and just click on it, and then you hear something totally different from what's been put out in the court. Now, remind you, in court, yes, the jurors only hear what's put into evidence, what's up there. But come on now. Who hasn't steered away and looked at something totally different?
Exactly. Because me, if I was on that jury, I got to be honest. And they said, oh, don't look at social media. I'm looking at social media. I want to know who I'm sending away.
Right. And let me make this clear. If all of us know how mainstream media is, what makes you think that some of those jurors on there that are going into deliberation on Monday don't feel the same way about the mainstream media? Exactly. Some of them probably don't even watch mainstream media. We don't know that. But you know what I'm saying? They can think for themselves. And if you've been listening to the transcripts as they've been read, you will see that the lawyers were debunking everything the prosecution was saying. Why do you think the prosecutors had to come back with a rebuttal and do 3 hours on a rebuttal?
Yeah, that was crazy. 6.5 5 hours just to, if he guilty, it don't take 6.5 hours to deliver anything.
Exactly. And that's why, sis, I commend you on everything that you're doing over here with the transcripts, reading them, bringing awareness. And, I also would tell you to go back and play some of the things that show them lying. Because, for example, some stuff couldn't be put into court. And maybe this weekend, that's what you should be doing, is playing some of the stuff that certain people on Surviving R. Kelly, because we know that's where this is coming from. Maybe you need to go back down memory lane, because you know how I love memory lane.
Yeah.
But you should go down memory lane, sis, and you should start playing things that show they lied, where they did interviews, where they did this. Because if I'm not mistaken, and I Ride Solo, you can tell me if I'm not lying about this, but when Holly, one of the Jane Does, got on the stand, she said she lied. Yeah, she lied to the radio station. But if you show her on that radio station in her face and how she told them that she was never this and it never happened, then maybe the jurors can see that, because she was nowhere near R. Kelly. She was not around Robert Sylvester Kelly for her to think that I gotta lie. You know what I'm saying? Whatever she said, like, you gotta play those type of things.
Right. And I seen that interview, and she was sitting there talking about how she getting her career started. And he's the reason why she got her career started. She didn't just walk in and got her career started. She got her career started because of Robert Sylvester Kelly.
Yeah. Well, Dennis, I think the reason they're calling them Jane Does and John Does is because they don't want them to get harassed. They ask to keep their name out of the public view. Also because a lot of the jurors know their real names. Okay, let's be real. The jurors know their real names. But the thing is, they don't want to be harassed by the public, because you got to also remember the R. Kelly sector is small. Not a lot of people was watching the R. Kelly sector. It was a lot of drama, which is still going on today in the R. Kelly sector, that made it kind of feel like it was the beef sector. You know what I'm saying? Because you got people going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then you have certain channels trying to get the information out. And then there's distractions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yep. You're absolutely right.
So let's be real. Like, a lot mainstream, it wasn't reaching mainstream media. It wasn't until Tasha K came back and people from R. Kelly's real camp, the real people from his camp, was hitting her up saying, look, this is lies, this is lies. And you got to realize Tasha K she's considered mainstream media. She's considered these things, and you got to look at that.
Right. She got the plug.
Yeah.
Do you think that because remember she kept saying
that's what I wanted to say. I'm gonna drop off and be in the chat.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. All right, so hey.
Hey, Miss Sylvia, thank you for allowing me being on your platform.
You're welcome. I was about to say something. Guys, I need you guys to send me some of those playbacks, because I think we're gonna do that. We're gonna go down memory lane on some things. I want to focus on that. I wanted to come back and do the reading for Sonia, that transcript. Because they talked about that. And I want us to do Jane Doe number 5, which we all know that's Azriel, right? I want to go back and play some of those things. Remember when she was outside and she was saying how, she waiting for R. Kelly, and she was like, ooh, I can't wait to see my, yeah, remember that?
And I wanted to say this. I think people in the chat yesterday was upset because whenever they didn't come back with a verdict. Y'all, let these people take their time. Let these jurors take their time to examine and analyze everything, because we don't want a verdict too quick and then he found guilty or something. Let them go back and ask for the information that they did not get, that these people did not put out there, so they can understand it more better.
Hey, you don't use that word over here.
Huh?
Remember I said don't use that word over here.
The jury?
The G word.
No, I didn't say that. I said
you
let
said
them.
The word. Don't do you just say the G word. Just say G.
No, I said not guilty. I said now guilty.
Okay, I thought you said if he's found.
Oh, no. I said let them go back and take their time so they can find him not
Yeah,
guilty.
okay, gotcha.
Oh, no, I'm an R. Kelly fan, honey. Always.
Okay.
Not just a fan, a supporter. And honey, I've been fasting for this man for a long time. I ain't broke the fast yet when I say I'm fasting. But I'm going to drop down and get back in the chat.
Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you guys coming in. Listen, I've been on here a little long. I'm gonna get off. And I am going to. Where's my reader? Where's Tanya? Tanya is supposed to be reading it for me. Where's Tanya? Where's Tanya? I'm gonna give my roommate here some peace and quiet, so I'm gonna get off the live because I've been on here an hour and a few minutes. I know you guys want to stay on longer, I know, but when we get ready to go back live, I'll go downstairs so I don't disturb her. But okay, since I said it over and over again, I'm nice now. You know I ain't. Okay, let me show you how the media roll. We're going to stay on message and we're going to replay the stream every hour on the hour. Okay, we'll do that. Okay. Karen, I need your help, Karen. Because you're the whiz. You're the whiz at this social media stuff. And you know how to do this stuff. I don't know how to do all that. But guys, send me those clip-ins. I need them so we can start playing them. And I need my Tanya. Where's Tanya so she could read the thing? I'm gonna come back on in an hour. I need my Tanya. I need those who's gonna read. I need my my readers, if y'all don't mind. Karen, call me 770-856-3091. 770-856-3091. So you can show me what I need to do to get this thing over. Y'all heard that, right? All right. So give me about an hour and I'll be on. Okay. I'll see you guys later. 770-856-3091. Guys, got a lot of work to do. And I tell you, why they wait till the weekend to get this? All right, I'll see you guys in a few. Bye.